Hi guys, welcome back to TomTalks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And today we're going to react to the Grammys nominations for 2025. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Record of the year. The nominees are the Beatles, Now and Then, which I was a bit surprised by this. Like, it's a decent track, it's done decently, but is this the first time that there's been an AI track nominated for the Grammys? It took me by surprise, this one. Beyonce, Texas Hold 'Em Up, no surprise there. Enjoyable little song. I kind of got bored of it though. I'm not bored of it, but like, it's not got that much replay value for me. Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, one of the biggest songs of the year, fun pop song. Charlie 360, love to see it. Birds of a Feather, very good Billy song. Not Like Us, of course, you know. A Chapel Roan, Good Luck Babe, very good choice. And that mediocre Taylor Swift and Post Malone song, Fortnite. I've got to say, Hosier Too Sweet should be on here. I do think that's a really good track, and it did very well. So I'm a bit surprised not to see it here. I think Ariana Grande, We Could Be Friends, is a very good song as well. I feel like that could have been on this list instead of other tracks here. But overall, looking at the list, there is some really good stuff here. My personal pick would be 360 or Not Like Us. Just as long as it doesn't go to that really mediocre Taylor Swift track. Album of the year, really surprised that Andre 3000 is here for New Blue Sun, but that's cool. Cowboy Carter from Beyonce, pretty good album. Short and Sweet was an enjoyable record from Sabrina. Brat is my favourite album this year, so I'd love to see that here. Jacob Collier's new album, okay. The new Billy record is very good. Chapel Roan, yeah, fair enough. And then Taylor Swift with the very meh new album from her. Yeah, again, like, there's been some other really good albums in the hip-hop sphere, in R&B, in various... I mean, I'll probably add on to this with some of the other snubs that I missed, but, like, there is some other really good records that could be here. I get it's been a big year for pop, but I feel like, you know, there could be some other records that could be on it. Like, the Doechii record, I feel like, could be on this list, to be honest, is a good example. Overall, I mean, obviously, Brat is my favourite to get this, and I think, yeah, the Taylor Swift record definitely should get it. The Jacob Collier one's an odd choice, to be honest, but there you go. Song of the year, we've got a bar song, Tipsy, Shabuzi. Not surprised, that is a huge hit. I think it's alright. I'm not a massive fan of it. Birds of a Feather again. That Lady Gaga and Bruno collab, Diver Smile. I like it, but I don't love it. Fortnite again. Good Luck Babe again, Not Like Us. Please, Please, Please from Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not a massive fan of this track, but yeah, I get it. And then Texas Hold'em. Again, probably Not Like Us, but all Birds of a Feather. They're both pretty good choices. Not as much good songs on here as the record of the year list. Again, just don't give it to that Taylor Swift track. Best new artist, Benson Boone. Not a fan of his music, to be honest. It's indifferent, really. Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, Khruangbin. Ray's on here, that's cool. Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims. Yeah, pretty standard choices. You know, people who've popped off recently. But yeah, it's again, it's like most of these artists aren't new. It's just they've popped off this year in America. But even like that, like Sabrina Carpenter has been having songs in the American charts before, like the last year or so. But yeah, it is what it is with this list. The Brit Award does the best new artist a bit better, except this year, of course, when Ray won it, which was, yeah. But anyway, I've made these points before. So out of these, I mean, Doechii, that'd be cool if Doechii won it, or Chapel Roan, or Ray. But like, it's probably going to be Sabrina Carpenter, isn't it? Producer of the year, non-classical. We've got Alicia, who's made stuff for Ray Kelly, Jamila Woods, and BJ the Chicago Kid. A lot of songs I haven't heard on there. D-Mile, who's produced that Die With A Smile track, produced for Lucky Day, Usher. Victoria Monet did a song for The Acolyte? I did not know that. Ian Fitchuk, who's produced for Beyonce, Casey Musgraves, Leon Bridges. DJ Mustard, I mean, for Not Like Us Alone, really. But he's produced other stuff. And then we got Dan Nigro, who's produced like Olivia Rodrigo, the Chapel Roan album. I mean, looking at this list, Dan Nigro probably overall deserves it for the consistency. I'd be happy to see DJ Mustard win it. I'm a bit surprised not to see Jack Antonoff on here, considering he produced the Taylor Swift and the Sabrina Carpenter album. I mean, yeah, you know my thoughts on the Taylor Swift album, but again, I'm a bit surprised not to see him. Is there any other producers that could be on here? There probably is. I mean, there's a distinct... Like, DJ Mustard, I'm sure there is other hip-hop producers who probably deserve to be on here. But, yeah, it's good variety. Nigro's probably going to win it. Songwriter of the Year non-classical, Jesse Alexander, who's produced for Luke Combs... written for Luke Combs, various country stuff. Amy Allen, who's wrote on Espresso, for Olivia Rodrigo, Justin Timberlake. She wrote on a lot of the big Sabrina hits. Edgar Barrera, who's worked with Shakira, Leon Bridges, Becky G, Carol G, Khalid. Jesse Joe Dillon, who's worked with Post Malone and Morgan Wallen and Keith Urban, a lot of mainstream country. And then we got Ray on here as well, which is really cool. She worked on the new Rita Ora single. I didn't know that. She's also worked with Halle, Jennifer Lopez, her own stuff, of course, Lucky Day, Beyonce. I think it'd be cool to see Ray win it. I mean, to win Songwriter of the Year at the Grammys and the Brits would be great, and she is a very good songwriter. I do feel like Amy Allen will probably win it based on the fact she's wrote like 2 of Sabrina Carpenter's biggest hits, so... But we'll see. Pop stuff, best pop solo performance, we've got Beyonce, Bodyguard, Espresso, Apple from Charlie, Birds of a Feather, and Good Luck Babe. Again, I feel like Ariana Grande could have been here. I mean, it is hard because like Ariana Grande did make some good music, but the album was just overall it was middle of the road. And I think when you have such stiff competition, it was always going to be difficult. These, I'd probably go Birds of a Feather, but like any of those, I've not really gone back to the Beyonce record that much. The rest of them are all big pop hits. But yeah, I'd probably say Birds of a Feather is my personal choice. Pop duo group performance. We've got Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift with us. I find Gracie Abrams a bit overrated. I think her Nepo baby status probably helps her somewhat. I'd say Post Malone with Levi's Jeans. Charlie and Billy with Guess. Ariana did get some nominations. The Boys Mine remix with Brandy and Monica, and then of course Die With A Smile. I'm gonna go with Guess. It's a lot of fun. The chemistry on that track is great. So yeah, I think as long as it doesn't go to that Gracie Abrams track, a very mediocre pop artist. Best pop vocal album, we got Short and Sweet, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Ariana's Eternal Sunshine, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, and then Tortured Poets Department. Probably the Billy or the Chapel Roan here for me personally. Again, hopefully not too mid-swift.
I've got to say, I know it was a stacked year for pop, but I'm really surprised because of like the virality and like the commercial acclaim that there was no nominations for the new Magdalena Bay album. That surprised me a lot because, that album has had a real viral impact and, as I said, critically acclaimed. I've not got round to it personally yet. I do plan to because I imagine I'll enjoy it quite a bit, but very surprised not to see that anywhere in like the pop sphere. It's not really a dance record. So yeah, it could have been put in one of the pop categories, particularly the album, in my opinion, but the Grammys do tend to ignore stuff that isn't as like chart worthy. But I think it did chart. Anyway, I think it's a bit of a snub.
Best dance electronic recording, we got Disclosure, She's Gonna Dance On. What a fantastic track. Love that song. Quartet We've Loved. Oh, that's cool. We got Fred Again and Baby Keem with Leaving Me Alone. Absolute banger. Justice and Tame Impala, Never Ender. And Cage and and Childish Gambino with Witchy. Some really good tracks here. I really love that Disclosure track, so I'd go with them. But I feel like they'll probably go with like the Kate Renata and Gambino track, but we'll see. Best dance pop recording: Madison Beer, Make You Mine, Charlie with Von Dutch, Billie Eilish with L'amour de ma vie, Over Now extended edit, Ariana with Yes and then Troye Sivan, Got Me Started. I mean, Von Dutch is an absolute banger, so I think I'd personally go for that. What they'll go for, we'll see. Best dance electronic album: Charlie Brat, Fortet 3, Justice, Hyperdrama, Kate Renata, Tiber, Zed, Telos. I mean, outside of the Z pick, these are all pretty good choices. I mean, for me, it's going to be Brat, but I probably will be Brat. Best remix recording: Cage Renata's remix of Alter Ego by Doechii and JT. David Guetta did a remix of a bar of Tipsy. Okay. Mark Ronson and FNZ's remix of Espresso. The Amapiano remix of Jar Sees Them by Julian Marley and Antaeus, and then A.G. Cook's remix of Von Dutch. The remix of Von Dutch is pretty good, and it does make for this really cool, different new track. Will he go to them? I hope A.G. Cook gets it, because I feel like he does deserve a Grammy. He has made some really good stuff, and that is a good track, in my opinion.
In terms of other tracks that could have been nominated in the dance category, could Chase and Status have been nominated there? I guess they're not that popular in America. I mean, the Near Archives record, I think, is quite good, although it's not like a traditional dance record. It's got like influences of like pop and Britpop as well. But I feel like that could have been here. I think as well that Jamie XX Baddie on the Floor was a fantastic song, and any one of those singles, I think, from the record that came out before the deadline could have been nominated as well, in my opinion, especially Baddie on the Floor. Love that track, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the dance.
Now on to the rock categories. Best rock performance, we got Now and Then. We got the Black Keys, Beautiful People Stay High, Green Day, The American Dream Is Killing Me. I don't like that song. Idols, Gift Horse, Pearl Jam, Dark Matter, St. Vincent, Broken Man. I mean, it'd be cool to see Idols get it. St. Vincent. Would they? I mean, the Beatles are nominated in the main categories, so will they give it to them? Probably. Best rock song. We got the Black Keys again, St. Vincent again, Pearl Jam again, Green Day with Dilemma, Idols with Give Horse again. I will listen to a fair bit of this, because there is a lot of these songs here that I haven't really listened to. So I guess I'd go for Idols or St. Vincent on that one. Best rock album: The Black Crowes, Happiness Beeps. I can't say that word on YouTube or I'll get banned. Well, I won't get banned. I'm not a big YouTuber. Fontaines DC with Romance. I've been liking the new stuff. And then the new Green Day album, Idols album, Pearl Jam. Oh, not the new Rolling Stones. And then Jack White's new album. Again, Idols would be cool. Fontaines DC would be cool. But like, I think when we get to the awards, I will have a bit more of a stake in it. Best alternative music performance. We got Cage the Elephant with Neon Pill, Nick Cave of the Bad Seed, Song of the Late, Starburster from Fontaines DC, St. Vincent with Fleet, or Kim Gordon, Bye Bye. Again, probably Fontaines DC would be my pick personally. And then again, best alternative music album, we got Nick Cave of the Bad Seeds, Wild God, Clairo, Charm, Kim Gordon, The Collective, Brittany Howard, What Now, St. Vincent, All Born Screaming. I do quite like some of the Clairo stuff I've heard, but again, St. Vincent would be a good choice on that, maybe even Nick Cave. I do need to get round to a lot of this.
With the rock categories, I feel like there's a lot of good rock music that they've ignored this year. The new Bring Me the Horizon stuff has been really good. The Warning are have been doing some really good stuff on their new album, Keep Me Fed. And I guess these two bands are more like known in Britain than they are in the UK. But like the new Last Dinner Party record, Prelude to Ecstasy, was great. The Mercury Prize winning album, This Could Be Texas, from English Teacher. And I feel like they've all been making better music than like Green Day has or the Rolling Stones has. So I would give them a bit of notice in future instead of going for like the predictable known bands who are way past it type of vibes.
Best R&B performance, we got Jenny Aiko, Guidance, Chris Brown, Coco Jones, Here We Go, Uh-Oh, Mooney Long, Made For Me, and SZA with Saturn. I've got to say, Leon Thomas has been snubbed a bit. He's like had a really great year in R&B, and I don't see him anywhere, which is rather disappointing. As for these, I'd probably go with the Coco Jones or SZA. I wasn't madly in love with Saturn, to be honest. Probably Coco Jones on that one. Best traditional R&B performance, Marsha Ambrosius, Where, Kenyon Dixon, Can I Have This Groove, Layla Hathaway and Michael McDonald, No Lie, Mooney Long, Make Me Forget, and then Lucky Day with That's You. I've not really listened to any of these, so I can't comment. I will get... I look like I don't listen to music. I promise I do. There's just too much of this. Best R&B song, Kalani After Hours, Thames Burning, Coco Jones, Here We Go, Uh-Oh, Mooney Long, Ruin Me, and then SZA Saturn. I quite like the Thames stuff I've heard this year. Probably Coco Jones still overall. I do think that's a good track. Best progressive R&B album, Avery Sunshine, So Glad to Know You, Durad, Bernard, En Route, the Childish Gambino record, Bando Stone in the World, Kalani Crash, and then the No Worries album, Why Loud. I'd probably go with the No Worries record, to be honest. I did like some of what I heard on the Childish Gambino album, but I'd probably go with No Worries. Best R&B, Chris Brown again, man. Like, I get that people overlook Chris Brown's faults, but like his music is not good. Like, I like catch it on the radio now and again. I'm just like, really? This is the guy that's people forget about? Anyway, Layla Hathaway, Vanta Black, Mooney Long, Revenge, Lucky Day, Algorithm, and Usher, Coming Home. The Usher record was a bit disappointing from what I hear, so probably like Mooney Long or Lucky Day would be my pick.
I know like the Grammys tends to like overlook UK R&B, but you're telling me Sampha could have been nominated here? Here, he's like very well known. Georgia Smith's new record was really good, and Shea University's record were really good. And all these guys have a presence in the US, especially Sampha. So you're telling me that like they could have been nominated? I don't know. I just feel like the R&B categories, they are somewhat predictable. And again, with Chris Brown, the guy's not even making like good music. Like I get that everyone loves him and overlooks him being a monstrous human being, but like, you know, give the UK some love, man. Stop supporting bad people and give the UK some love. And also, Brent Fires dropped a very good new mixtape. So, you know, where's he?
Best rap performance, Cardi B, Enough. I don't think I've heard this song. Common and Pete Rock with When the Sun Shines Again. The old guard getting a pick is nice to see. Doechii with Nissan Altima, absolute banger. Eminem Houdini, like that. Future Metro Booming and Kendrick. I mean, yeah. Glorilla, yeah, Glow, fun track. And then Not Like Us. I feel like I prefer Like That to Not Like Us. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'd even be happy to see Doechii pick this up, but it's going to be Kendrick, isn't it? I have a feeling that, like, unfortunately, the Grammys will, like, give Kendrick all the rap awards and he won't get any main awards, even though Not Like Us deserves one of the main awards, in my opinion. But, yeah. Best melodic rap performance, Jordan Adetunji featuring Kalani with Kalani. I'm not a massive fan of this track, to be honest, but it's cool to see a UK rap artist get a Grammy nomination. I don't know if this is the first time this has happened, but it's cool. Cool to see. Beyonce, Linda Martell and Shabuzi with Spaghetti, Future Metro Boomin in the Weekend with We Still Don't Trust You, Lotto with Big Mama, and then Rhapsody and Erykah Badu with 3am. I mean, I'm going to go with the Rhapsody and Erykah Badu here. It's probably going to go to like the Future Metro Boomin or the Beyonce track. Best rap song, Rhapsody featuring Hit Boy with Asteroids. Rhapsody's getting a few nominations here. That's cool to see. The Carnival, Like That, Not Like Us, and then Yeah Glow. Again, Like That or Not Like Us for me. Just don't give it to that Carnival track. That's extremely overrated. Rap album, J. Cole, Might Delete Later. That was a very mediocre album, even if you take away the awful diss track and the transphobic bars. Common and Pete Rock again here, that's cool. The Auditorium Volume 1, Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal, nice. The new Eminem album, which musically is better than his other stuff, but yeah, I just can't get over the whole thing with that. And then Future Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You was a cool album. Again, there is a lot of hip-hop albums that probably should be here. Schoolboy Q, Denzel Curry. There's probably lots of other very good hip-hop albums from this year that should be ahead of like the J. Cole or the Eminem. I'm going to go with Doechii here, but I imagine it will probably be like the Future Metro Boomin, maybe the Eminem record.
And speaking of those albums, you have the Danny Brown record, the Mac Homie record, the other Griselda boys have dropped plenty of projects, the JPEG Mafia record. I mean, they're not going to nominate from the UK, but like the Gets record, the Berwin record, the Pot of Paper record, the Heady One album. There is so many better choices than like the J. Cole or the Eminem records, and there's better choices than the Future Metro album, but again, they've gone with, oh, he's popular, we'll go for those two. But yeah, the Grammys always get it a bit wrong when it comes to the rap album category. Sort it out, guys, please.
Here it's basically, who do I recognise? Well, Andre 3000 and Robert Glasper are nominated in the Best Alternative Jazz Album field. I imagine Andre will pick up an award there. Best Country Solo Performance, Beyonce has got nominations here, which is nice to see. She, with 16 Carriages, is up against Jelly Roll with I'm Not Okay, Casey Musgraves, The Architect, Shabuzi, a bar song Tipsy, Chris Stapleton, It Takes a Woman. Some decent stuff here. I feel like Shabuzi's going to win it, though. It is a huge song. Did it beat the record for the most weeks at #1 in Billboard history? Dunno. Best pop country duo group performance, Kelsey Ballerina and Noah Kahan, Cowboys Cry 2, the Beyonce and Miley track 2 Most Wanted, Brothers Osborne, Break by Dan and Shay, Bigger Houses, and then that Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, I Heard Some Help. Yeah, give it Beyonce and Miley, in my opinion. Best country song, we got Casey Musgraves, The Architect, a bar song, I'm Not Okay, I Had Some Help, Texas Hold'em. Yeah, give it like Beyonce or Shabuzi. Don't give it Post Malone. And then Best Country Album, we got Beyonce, we got Post Malone, Casey Musgraves, Chris Stapleton, and Lady Wilson with Whirlwind. Chris Stapleton or Beyonce for me. Don't give it that Post Malone record. The Uchis is nominated for Best Latin Pop Album with Orquídeas, which is an album I liked a fair bit. She's up against like Luis Fonsi, Anita with Funk Generation, and Shakira with Las Mujeres Yana Lauren. So some stiff competition. It's the African music performance. You got Asake and Wizkid with M&S. You got Burna Boy Higher, Thames with Love Me Jeje, which banger. Give it the award. Don't give it Chris Brown. Rema is nominated for Best Global Music Album with Heist. Thames with Born in the Wild. No Tyler nominations in like the R&B category or here. I mean, they might have put her here. They're just like, the Grammys are kind of like, oh, she's from South Africa. Yeah, just throw her in there. Even though her music is R&B. I mean, Thames' music is R&B. I think she did get one R&B nomination, to be fair. But yeah, Tyler should have been nominated for something, I think. Give Thames that Best Global Music Album award. Vibes Cartel is nominated for Best Reggae Album. He's against Shenseea, The Wailers, and the Bob Marley One Love soundtrack. Like, it's just put that in the soundtrack awards. Don't put it in the reggae category. Comedy album. Oh yeah, we got all the grifters in here. Ricky Gervais, Dave Chappelle. I know who Nicky Glacier and Trevor Noah are. Give it Trevor Noah. He's not a grifter. Best compilation soundtrack: The Color Purple, Deadpool and Wolverine, Maestro, Saltburn, Twisters. I mean, these films all are good songs in, so yeah, whatever. Best score soundtrack, I'm going to go with Dune Part 2 here. I've heard Challenger's soundtrack is good, The Colour Purple and some Shogun as well, but give it Dune. Dune was good. Video game soundtrack, yeah. The new Avatar game, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. I mean, the Spider-Man soundtrack was good. It wasn't great. I don't know. I haven't played any of those other games, so whatever.
But the biggest snub of them all, where is Wukong? The soundtrack is amazing. It's brilliant. It's a vibe. I don't know if it came out too late, but where is Wukong? Free my boy Wukong. Nah, get Wukong in there, Grammys. Stop being so American-centric when it comes to gaming soundtracks. Put Wukong in there, man. Do it. Do it next year.
Best song written for visual media, we got Luke Combs with Ain't No Love in Oklahoma from the Twisters soundtrack. We got Justin Timberlake and NSYNC with Better Place from Trolls. Olivia Rodrigo, Can't Catch Me Now from that new Hunger Games film. That was a decent track. John Batiste, It Never Went Away, and Barbra Streisand with Love Me Will Survive. Again, not really listened to most of these. The Olivia Rodrigo track was decent. Best music video, we got ASAP Rocky, Taylor Swift, Charlie with 360, Eminem, Houdini, Not Like Us, and then Fortnite. And the ASAP Rocky visuals were cool. Charlie's doesn't really do much for me because it's kind of like socialite stuff. I think it was a decent video. I prefer the Von Dutch video, to be honest. Not Like Us, I think, is a cool video as well. Houdini's an interesting video, I guess, as long as Taylor Swift don't win it. Recording package went to Charlie for Brat. Yeah, I mean, Brat was kind of like the theme of the year, so give her that. Best engineered album, non-classical: Lucky Day, Algorithm, Charlotte Day Wilson, Cyan Blue, Casey Musgraves, Deeper Well, Willow, Empathogen, Peter Gabriel, I.O., and Shabina Copter, Short and Sweet. Oh yeah, that Willow's new stuff is kind of cool. She should have been in some of the rock category. In fact, that should have been in the best rock album category, in my opinion. In terms of like best engineered, I mean, the Charlotte Day Wilson, Willow maybe. I don't. And then Willow is nominated again for best arrangement, instrumental and vocals for Big Feelings. Yeah, give Willow some Grammys. Willow's new stuff is kind of cool. And yeah, that's it. I mean, who didn't get nominated? I mean, Hosier's Too Sweet, like, that should have been nominated for some awards, definitely. It's got no nominations, which I think is disgraceful. It's a big hit, and it should have got, even if it's not in the main categories, give it something. Like, Tyler's new debut album not getting any nominations seems a bit bizarre. Dua Lipa, like, I think with Dua Lipa there was some good stuff on a new album, but it was very mediocre, and I just feel that there wasn't anything on there good enough to go up against the composition. Well, I mean, some of her stuff was better than Taylor Swift, but like, they love Taylor Swift at the Grammys. Ariana Grande should have got more nominations. I think it's arguable she should have got a best We Can't Be Friends should have been nominated in some categories. There was no Victoria Monet either, which I thought was a bit odd, as she had some good stuff in the time period. No Tanashi as well. I think that's a bit of a snub. She's had some great stuff, to be honest. So I think that was a bit of a snub for her. Quite a few snubs, to be quite honest, but the Grammys always does that. I think overall, the mainline stuff I'm happy with. The pop stuff is pretty on point. The rock stuff is a bit of a mixed bag. The rap stuff is not great. I mean, it's all right. The dance stuff, pretty good. R&B is overall decent enough. But yeah, the Grammys is just, they tend to disappoint somewhere along the line. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this year's Grammys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You happy with this? Who do you think that's been snubbed that I haven't already mentioned? Do you think some people should be nominated? Me personally, I mean, the Taylor Swift, not great. I think the Rolling Stones new stuff is not great. The new Post Malone stuff, not great. So that's my sort of picks for people who shouldn't really be as nominated as they are. But until next time, folks, this has been another TomTalks.